Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how we can now ask the user to enter details and we will then add them into our database. So using the code from the previous video, I'm just going to go start some new lines of code above it and we're going to have to edit this one below as we go. Okay, so the first thing is I'm going to have to ask the user to enter some details. So I'm going to start with new ID equals input, enter your ID, new F name. So this is so we can take the user's details and then obviously we're going to then enter this into the database. So I'll just create new variables to ask the new email ad. And the reason why we are calling these different is because we already have these names above and we don't want to get them mixed up, okay, or overwrite previous variables. Your email address, and then it was department, so new depart, input, enter your department. Okay, so now I've now taken the inputs from the user. I can now add these into the database. So using the statement below, okay, I'm going to delete this bottom row out. So I'm still going to add these into the correct columns in my database. But this time, after values, instead of obviously telling it what the contents are, we're now telling it to take it from the variable names. So this time, instead of in values, we're going to put 5 question marks because we're now inserting, we don't know the values of the 5 things. And then at the end of here, we're now going to put in new ID, new F name, new S name, new email ad, and then new department. And if I close this, I'm going to run this again. So we've already entered John Smith. So this time I'm going to enter ID 2. I'm going to put Thomas Moore, tmoore@example.com. Department. So instead of finance, let's put them in IT this time. Press enter. Okay, so it's brought no errors up. And now if we load up the database from earlier on, let's go to my documents, find the database. Load this up. And hopefully, if I go to browse data, and there we have it, we've just entered in a second user. So just close that again. I'm going to run this one more time. I'm going to add in a third user. So number 3, Finley Bennett, Finley F Bennett at example.com. Department, so we've got finance, IT. Let's talk about health and safety. Press enter. Okay, it likes that again. Go back to the database. If we open the database up, let's browse data, and there we go. We've got our third person has now been entered into our database by using inputs from the user.